wouldn't you believe it? We're actually at some actual gameplay. Yeah, this is just telling us that whenever this little tips button appears in this corner, we can hit the select button to read up on it. And yeah, it's a tip about a tip. Tipception, if you will. It's kind of weird that the first thing we're doing is buying a guy a present, but whatever. After that mission in the first game where you have to save a puppy by buying a dog food, I'm not fazed by much anymore. This little save station here. Does double time as saving, or lets us go into our item box if we have any items. Just magically gets warped to our location and we can take it out. But as you can see, there's nothing in there because we haven't done anything yet. And welcome to the wide open world gameplay of Ryu Ga Gotoku 5. And yeah, when a lot of people think open world games, they think stuff like Grand Theft Auto or maybe Saints Row, heck, even Just Cause, those kind of series. Unfortunately, this game is nothing like that. Those games are kind of characterized by freedom. You can go around, drive anywhere you want, punch people in the face if they piss you off. You can't do that in this game. Most you can do is just bump into people. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you get out of my way. Best analogy I can think of it now is that it's just these games are really updated versions of River City Ransom. You walk around, you get into fights. There's like a RPG element to it. And yeah, the comparisons between that and Grand Theft Auto 5 and other things like that has really not helped the series much in the West, I don't think. Because, that's what I was expecting when I turned on Yakuza 1 for the first time. I was like, okay, wow, I can play like a Grand Theft Auto game in Japan. This is going to be awesome. And I found I was really limited and I was bummed out. It wasn't until I came to the game on its own terms that I was pleasantly surprised, and I've been with the series ever since. So yeah, people on the street you can talk to or listen in on. Most of the time they'll be saying things relevant to what you're doing at a specific time. And yeah, these guys are talking about going to the drugstore. Yeah, Kiryu, really, you're not going to go get like a energy drink for this guy. That's not a good idea. But yeah, our quest to get the perfect gift. Look on the map there. All these pink circles here are places of interest we can go to pick stuff up. And the people on the street will tell us to go in the right direction based on what they think is a good thing for an apology. One guy even suggests going to La Marche, which is fancy fashion store. But the thing about giving gifts in Japan is that if you're going to give a gift to like a company especially, you don't really want to give like any like goods or anything like that, like like a clothing or maybe like a bauble or whatnot. The best thing to give is food because you can share that with people in the office and makes you look like a good guy. So that's what we're gonna do. Not just any food's gonna do, of course. We're gonna go pick up some of the local delicacy. It's called mentaiko. It's marinated fish roe. And that's just the top there. We'll get them the regular brand just because, not the mild, because don't want to give the impression that we think he's a pussy or anything like that. So, and Kiryu's just thinking to himself, "Well, this will be a good gift. Maybe I should go drop it off." And yep, as you look on the map there, all the other pink spots have been taken away, and we just got the main place to go. This is one nice thing about the game, especially for importers that don't know much Japanese. Anywhere you want to go, or you have to go, was illustrated on the map by a nice pink glowing circle, and you can just like run there half the time and beat up whoever's there, and then go on to the next part. Unfortunately, it isn't like this throughout the whole game. there are some things where you have to do some searching of your own. That makes it a big pain in the ass, especially since, well, that's kind of changed now, but there wasn't any walkthroughs in English to help people about, so you basically had to go to the Japanese wikis and pump it into Google Translate and see what came up, and hopefully it'll steer you the right way. Run, 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 run. Yeah. Oh, there's our sign. Tenjin Kotsu, Tenjin Transportation. And Kiryu thinks to himself, oh, it's here. And, yeah, okay. No, I still have to move forward and click in to go in. So yeah, Kiryu steels himself to go in and apologize, and he just wonders if he really brought the right thing, which, you know, will give you a hint, and maybe he got something shitty to go back and get something better. But I feel good about what we got him, so let's just go right in. This one isn't voiced, which really isn't that much of a pain. Anyways, Kiryu comes in to apologize, introduces himself. Hi, I'm Suzuki, which, you know, that's his name in Fukuoka. That's what everybody knows him as. And he says he feels bad about breaking the rule, but, you know, this Tenjin guy, he takes it as it's this opportunity to rant about Nakajima. He just goes on and on and on about how he's kind of a jerk, and, you know, he's a bit of a screwball, and, you know, this Tenjin guy's not surprised that his drivers are rough and don't follow the rules. Anyways, Kiryu just gently puts him in his place and says, like, look, this was me. Feel really bad about it, and will you please accept this? What I'm going to pass him? Well, duh. The only thing that I have is something that I bought him. Oh, and he's really happy by that. Apologize one more time, and out he goes. So yeah, Kiryu phones his boss to let him know that everything went okay, and yeah, and Nakajima is really happy that Kiryu went and dealt with that guy, because apparently he's a bit of a prick, as you could well see. Thanks, man, you really helped me out. You know it was my fault, so naturally I would do this. Dude, you're just way too serious. Anyways, Nakajima goes on to talk about how it's payday today and wonders what he's going to do from now. And asks him if he wants to go for a drink. But Kiryu says, no, I gotta do some things first. And Nakajima's like, oh, you gotta go deposit some money, right? And he just kind of pries into it a bit, like, hey, is this for like your family that we don't know about or whatnot? And Kiryu's like, well, I wouldn't really call them my family, but, you know, I got various people that that need me to help out. And Nakajima's just like, yeah, whatever, man. As long as you're happy, I'm happy. And he's saying, well, we're going to go out and get drunk tonight. Anyways, he's going to go on out ahead. After we're done what we need to do, we're going to go talk to him. So yeah, the people that he's sending money to, that's actually to the orphanage that he managed in the last two games. We still haven't kind of gone into why he's out here by himself and not with the orphanage that he really took great pride in running before. But, you know, all will be revealed in due time. Let's just break on a full sprint so we can get this stuff done and head to the convenience store, which has the ATM. Oh, fuck. Or fart. Don't want to get the explicit rating now, do I? Yes, there's the ATM. This spelled out for us even more. Wonderful. Alright, so convenience stores in this game, they're not the only places where you can buy items, but they basically function like an item shop would and like your regular JRPG and whatnot. Just talk to the dude in the face mask there. And you can just buy your regular stuff. Anytime you want to get like a health replenishment item, you really want to stick with like the energy drinks like stamina or toughness. You can buy like the soba noodles and what's not, but you know, there's really no point. You really don't get that much health back from them. It's just kind of neat that you can buy them in the first place, but whatever. Really, a lot of this stuff, you're just keep it to use when you're fishing. It makes excellent bait. There's one other thing here. These are special items that they released in a patch. I think it was like 2 weeks after the game came out. These you can take them out, and they're chock full of helpful items. Like you can find guns and weapons in them and whatnot, and like armor. Just you know, give you a leg up. But once you take them out, I think that's it for it. So I don't think I want to take out any yet. I really love they went to all this effort to render the entirety of the convenience store. You can even walk down the aisles, except this Joker won't get out of my way. But even though there's really nothing you can do in it. Besides over here, oh look, magazine rack. And yeah, you can pick up a magazine and look at the cover. Here's the world famous Famitsu. Fortunately, you can't read them, but yeah, not that it would be that big of a deal anyway, especially if you didn't know that much in Japanese. I really wouldn't care. There's so much I could read in it anyway. Way too tiny of text. And then he just says a little blurb about, like, oh, this is what this magazine is like, and that's cool. Which, yeah, I didn't even realize before that's actually him talking about the magazine. He's apparently very knowledgeable in the publishing world, Kiryu, when he's out and out running orphanages or, you know, beating up people. But that's neat and all, but I'll show you the really cool part. Oh yeah, you can read manga. And when I say read manga, you can actually read the manga. Got a whole bunch of titles here. You even got Shingeki no Kyojin, which is, you know, known as Attack on Titan. Became really big in the last year over here. And yeah, here's the full first chapter of it. They have the first chapter for a lot of these titles. You know, classics like, are they classics now? Like Fairy Tail. I know Hajime no Ippo is a classic. There it is right there. And yeah, I mean, it's really cool, but unless you're on a really awesome TV, oh, here's some Initial D, you just can't, it's kind of really hard to read. Probably better served just downloading raw versions of it off the net if you're so interested in reading it in Japanese, but it's a nice touch. It's what I love about big games like this. There's always little stuff to find around the corner. So yeah, enough screwing around. Because yeah, I'm sure this big manly tough guy is going to hang around reading shoujo manga. So let's go deposit. And he says to himself like, I should deposit about 10,000 yen for these kids. And I'm a dick, so here, have 10. 10 yen. I think that's what, 10 cents. But, you know, he's all a good guy, and he says I'm not going to go on without depositing the whole 10,000 yen. So, oh, Ichiman. There we go. All right, let's go get our drink on. The thrilling things we do at the beginning of Yakuza games: apologizing to people, depositing money, and going out for a drink with the boss. Oh, not so fast. This guy's basically saying like, look man, I saw you use the ATM. You got money on you, hand some over. And Kiryu's like, no, I just deposited some stuff, man. I don't got any money. Oh look, his buddies have shown up. And Kiryu's like, hey man, there's somebody waiting for me, just let me go on by. But you know, these guys are Chinpira, you know, the average punks on the street, and apparently in Japan they don't take no for an answer. And here Kiryu's gonna go full Super Saiyan here. Even though it doesn't look that bad. But, yep, here's our first fight. Welcome to the core of the Ryu Ga Gotoku gameplay. Some good old street brawling action. It stayed pretty consistent throughout the entire series. Most modifications I've seen to it have been in, like, going on to this series. It stayed pretty consistent through each generation. Oh crap, I got hit in the face. It's gonna be fun to try to explain things. If I straight up fight these guys, this fight will be over in a matter of seconds, but... Okay, I'm screwing around. So yeah, basic attach strings, just tap the square button, let loose a combo. Then after you're done enough, you can hit the triangle button to let loose a finishing blow, which will knock the guy down or stun him or whatnot. So one, ooh. Man, they're just not very cooperative. And if I face the right way, that would be even better. Yeah, see, that's your standard knockdown, and he just did a beating return. Alright, let's just these jerks down. And you can pick up stuff too and use them on him. Yeah. And that was my heat action. You see, as you're punching the guys, the blue meter underneath the health meter up in the upper left there, which is orange, it'll fill up. And once it gets full, you'll go into heat mode. This lets you do like really cool context-sensitive moves that do a lot of damage. The only thing is that as you're moving around, you know, I'm just running away like a weenie at this point because I want to discuss this further. But as you waste time, it'll just go down, or if you get punched, it'll go down like a lot. So you got to keep that in mind while you're fighting, especially if you want to do that. The second one, ooh, I leveled up. And yeah, that's the end of that. And you know, Kiryu's just like, yeah, buzz off. I'm waiting for somebody, or I'm gonna go call the cops. So yeah, let's go talk to Nakajima.